Oh, good morning. So this morning I'm going to be talking about how to beat the winter blues. So how to actually stay motivated when the weather is against us. So these are going to be some top tips for busy mums and dads, busy parents, to stay motivated and stay healthy and training throughout the winter period to really break through those winter blues. Because I know for sure that winter is well and truly here. I can feel it every single morning and every single night. And personally, winter is not my favorite season, I have to admit. Although I love wearing big, thick, warm jackets, long jackets and scarves, but I don't like the cold. I don't like feeling the cold within my bones, that's for sure. And you know what? When it's pitch black at 5 a.m., the last thing, and we're in bed, it's so warm, the last thing we feel like doing is jumping out of bed to have that or to get to that workout or, coming home after work. The first thing that we're then thinking is, I'm just going to go home, snuggle up and, get comfy on the couch to watch Netflix rather than go to an evening training session. Our body is screaming at us and our head is saying, no, I don't want to go to the gym. I'm just going to skip the gym tonight. I'm sure you've all had the exact same feels. Hands up if you feel me. Welcome, my name is Corrine. I am the owner here and head coach at CRG Energy Fitness. And my purpose is to help working parents build the body that they love so that you can move more freely, so that you can feel confident and you can feel strong and you can look amazing naked. Alrighty, that is my main purpose. That is my main aim. And that is what I've been put on this earth to help you with. So are you finding it hard? Are you finding it challenging to train through winter? Well, you are not alone. Plenty of people also suffer from this very challenge. It can be tough, absolutely. And as a result, then we become less motivated. We're then training less. We tend to then eat more. And it's really common throughout winter to actually have more depressive thoughts than at any time throughout the year. Now, it is a true phenomenon, alrighty? It is an actual disorder. It's called SAD, funnily enough, seasonal affective disorder. That is when there's less sun, there's more cold, and yes, it can have an impact on your health. Alrighty, so are you someone that finds it difficult to get motivated in winter? Do you feel as if you have, more depressive thoughts or more sadder thoughts, less motivation to get going in winter? It is a thing, SAD, seasonal affective disorder. You're not alone because our body is dependent on the cycle of the sun. So our circadian rhythm is based around the light cycles. Alrighty, so when it is darker in the mornings or our days are becoming shorter, so darker for longer, and we can very much feel the effects of not seeing as much sun as we would or as much light as we would within our warmer months. And we're actually pretty lucky here in the southern hemisphere that we actually do see, light or a lot more light throughout our winter seasons than some of our northern hemisphere counterparts. Alrighty, so our days are still reasonably long that we can see the light, which is amazing. But so what actually happens then when it comes to our circadian rhythms and the light? So, when light hits our eyes in the morning or, we're coming to that time when we're waking up, the light is then actually starting to get our body going. It's starting to wake us up. And the light helps to actually, for our hormones to produce serotonin. Alrighty, that's our feel-good hormone. That really helps to get us up and going and get us started in in the morning and get us ready for the day ahead. Alrighty, and then at nighttime, the serotonin is converted into melatonin, which is then the hormone that helps us to feel drowsy and helps us to feel sleepy. So this whole process, is affected during the winter months when our days become shorter. So if you find yourself feeling or experiencing a few more depressive type thoughts than, you normally would, then it's okay, and know that you're not alone. And if you're needing some extra help for some extra motivation, by all means, please reach out. We are here to help you. We are here to keep you accountable. Because of that less motivation, we tend to then train less. We eat more because we're kind of going into almost that hibernation mode, like bears. We go into our little cave for winter, and then we come out, when the weather starts to get warmer. Top tips today on how to help you stay motivated and actually beat those winter blues. Tip number 1 is just start. Alrighty, training in winter is tough, absolutely. However, that little voice inside our head, which is telling us just stay in bed or just go home to where it's warm, it's cold, it's wet, and that voice is on repeat and it starts getting louder and louder. And I get it, it's really persistent. However, we want to just do it anyway. And where I've heard this concept is actually through Mel Robbins. She's an inspirational entrepreneurial speaker. And what the concept is all around is actually when you decide or when you want to do something, just start. Just do it anyway. Because if we then allow our mind, or we sit there and think about it, we're allowing the opportunity for our mind to talk us out of it. So if we just jump in and if we start anyway, then, but tell yourself, I'm just going to start this for 5 minutes. I'm just going to go and exercise for 5 minutes. I'm just going to go out for a walk for 5 minutes. And once we actually start and we're feeling amazing because those endorphins are running through our body, we are more likely to continue on and we're more likely to keep going. Alrighty, so if we can just start, then we're more likely to keep going. And this is something that we can use with anything in life. If we just start for 5 minutes, then we're more likely to keep then the activity that we're doing, we're more likely to keep going. Tip number 2, ignore the little voice inside your head that says, I don't feel like it. So this is going to flow nicely on from tip number 1, because our brain, our mind is constantly going to say to us, I don't feel like doing that. I don't feel like getting out of bed. Right. Anytime we want to build consistency and we want to build that habit and that routine, we're going to have to be able to ignore the little voice that is saying to us, I don't feel like it. I'm going to guarantee you're going to hear that voice. Alrighty, and especially in the morning when the alarm goes off and it's cold. It's pitch black outside and it's bloody cold. Alrighty, I get it, because that voice is going to be loud, and I've experienced that voice plenty of times. Yet I've also trained my mind to actually override it. And there's going to be days that I don't feel like doing it, and that voice is going to be really loud. However, I've trained myself to move past that. Alrighty. And by all means, there's going to be days where it's beneficial for you to listen to that voice, to actually take care of you, take care of your mind, take care of your body in that space. However, if we, give in to every time we feel like, or every time, we say to ourselves, I don't feel like it, then we're not going to be able to build that consistency. We're not going to be able to build that routine and that habit that it takes for us to be able to get to our goals. So it's really important in that sense to be really self-aware and to understand what exactly your body's actually trying to tell you. Are you fatigued that you actually need a rest day today? Or is it simply a case of, I don't feel like it because I can't be bothered? And in that sense, that's when we need to learn to jump in and say, piss off, not today. I am going to do my workout, or I am going to choose healthy alternatives with my food because I know the benefits and I have experienced the amazing feelings that I get from doing it anyway. Because we're wanting to build that consistent routine, and not a routine where we're going hardcore one week because we're in the mood and we're motivated and we're feeling like it. And then the next week, we're doing completely nothing because we're listening and we're surrendering to that voice that's saying, I don't feel like it. So it's really important then just to be able to identify and become really self-aware and be able to override those I don't feel like it type of days. Because a lot of the time it is just, our ego mind that's trying to sabotage us in that sense. So tip number 3, keep your routine. Alrighty, so if you've got a healthy routine going, if you've had one throughout the start of this year already, don't change it now. Alrighty, you've worked so hard and you've inspired yourself so much to get to this point. We're halfway through the year and you're doing amazing so far. So don't change now. Alrighty, why break all your progress during winter when it means then you're going to have to work even harder, or, really get yourself back into the head game and back into that mindset game to get going again for spring. So it is easier, I promise you, to keep going at a consistent rate and a consistent routine now, than stop and then try to start again. Alrighty, so yes, it might be tougher to get out of bed in the mornings or to get going or to, push yourself to go to the gym after work or go to a training session after work when you'd rather just come home and sit on the couch and chill out. I get it. However, know the feelings, or remind yourself of the feelings and the experience that you feel after you've done your workout, after you've, felt good and you've got those endorphins running through your body and you've set yourself up for the day and you've just smashed through your day because you've been successful by sticking to that routine that you've created and really building it up to the consistency that we need to be able to receive our results. Alrighty, so keep your routine as much as you can throughout these colder months. So tip number 4 is prepare the night before. Like, I am huge on this. I actually set out my workout clothes every single night on the end of my bed so that when I wake up in the morning, I can just jump straight into them. That's the first thing I get changed into straight away. And it's so easy because I've prepared it the night before. And trust me, I've gone to bed some nights so tired that I just haven't prepared whatsoever for the next day. And then the next day I've found myself running around like a headless chook because I'm not prepared to go. Alrighty, so it's really, like, for me, I just find that so beneficial to really prepare myself the night before so that I can be successful and I can win my morning in the day. So, excuse me, and there's some other things that I like to prepare the night before as well. So I get out all my breakfast, like utensils, bowls, mug for my tea, a glass for my lemon and salt water. I get it all out on the counter, the breakfast bar, before, the night before. So it's all laid out, ready to go for me in the morning. And if you're someone that, you might be going to the gym or to the training session or your exercise session after work, pack your clothes into a bag. So the bag is already ready to go. You might put it right near your, the door that you leave through in the morning. Or better yet, go and put it in your car right now. And then that way, your gym gear is already in your car. So then there's no excuses in the sense of, oh, I forgot my gym clothes. I can't go to the gym. Alrighty. So always prepare the night before. It's going to save you so much time the next day and the next morning. Tip number 5, join CRG Energy Fitness. So in winter, in these colder months, it's more likely that we're going to need the accountability. We're going to need that extra motivation. We're going to need that extra support to get us across the line, to really help us and to cheer us on those days when it is really hard. And when you're embraced and, within a community group that we're all going through the same or experiencing the same things, and we're so supportive and encouraging of each other, it really helps to give you that extra get up and go, and really allows you to embrace the community and embrace where you're going and, the process it takes to get there, because you've got that extra support. And support is a big one on your health journey, because if you're surrounded by people that are supporting you, encouraging you, and are cheering you on, you are more likely, like studies show, you are more likely to achieve your goals, and you are more likely to be successful when you're surrounded within a group. Alrighty, so, and and come to think of it as well, if you are paying somebody money to help you, to keep you accountable, to support you, to guide you, you're more likely to show up to those sessions as well, because you don't want to lose out on your hard-earned cash. I mean, I know I don't. If I'm paying someone for something, I'm going to damn well show up for it. Tip number 6, so my final tip here: one bad day doesn't make a bad week or a bad month or a bad year. Okay, so this all or nothing mindset really jumps out here. And it's a really common struggle or obstacle that I experience, or that I see, throughout my team, throughout the mums and dads that I have within my community, that they feel as if it's an all or nothing experience, as in, if I'm not all in, then I can't be in at all. That's not, how it rolls at all. Alrighty, we've got to then learn to be gentle and compassionate with ourselves. There are gonna be some days where it's just too tough to get up and get going, or it's just too tough to get to the gym because we're exhausted. We had a bad sleep the night before and we really just want to go home to have our dinner and crash into bed. I get it. I've experienced those days as well, where I've chosen not to do something that I know will benefit me, but for my greater good, I've chosen something that's more beneficial for me, which is rest and recovery. Alrighty, so don't be hard on yourself if you are, or if you do miss a session here or there, or if you get sick and you need to miss a session. It's okay. Like, missing one session here or there is not going to have a huge impact on your results. Alrighty. And I think with the all or nothing mindset, and we are at some point along our health and fitness journey, we are going to fall off the wagon. I can almost guarantee it. And I know for sure I've experienced it myself. However, when we fall off the wagon, the important thing here, I believe we often spend too much time being hard on ourselves for falling off the wagon, that suddenly the wagon is gone. And we've missed the opportunity to jump back, straight back on it. Alrighty, so if something happens, accept it. There's nothing we can do then to change that. It is in the past. If you missed a session yesterday, that's okay. Let's jump back on the wagon for tomorrow and make sure we're prepared and we've planned to be as successful as we can for the next opportunity. Alrighty, so remember, one bad day or missing one workout, having a burger one night instead of your, salad and chicken, it's not going to be detrimental to your overall results. Because remember, results are built on consistency, not what we do on only one day. Success doesn't come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently. And that is so, so true. Thanks so much for joining me. I really hope you got some value and found this video beneficial for you to help you move through those winter blues and help you keep motivated for the next couple of months that we've got left of winter. And if you're needing some extra support, extra help, I've just actually had a availability or one position available now within my semi-private teams, so a little bit more personalized and individualized in regards to then helping you to get towards your goals. If that's something of interest for you, please comment below and I'll be in touch so that we can help you move closer to the results that you want. Alrighty, I hope you have the best day. See ya.